Radical.
It's been a long time since I had a Totino's mini pizza. I've been living in this current house since 2016, and it has to be beyond that, because I don't remember making a Totino's pizza in this house, in this stove in my kitchen. It's been so long, I can't remember. But I like Totino's pizzas. They're like kind of the anti-pizza pizza. Like, it doesn't feel like a pizza. Yeah, it's got crust. Yeah, it's got little pepperonis. Yeah, it's got cheese. But for some reason, it's hard for me to digest Domino's, Pizza Hut, but Totino's mini pizzas. Nothing wrong with them. So I don't know if you can classify them as pizzas. And I'm happy I revisited the Totino's pizzas, and I think I'll get more Totino's pizzas in the future. It's been a while since I talked about Jirard the Completionist. What, maybe 2020, 2021, something like that? You'll see here in the background, I got some uploads that I remember fondly. Talking about worthless piece of shit YouTubers like Jirard the Completionist is not fun. Unreleased audio. That was maybe unreleased audio sometimes. There were cuts sometimes I recorded those 20, 25 minutes and I edited them, and then I thought some of that audio was pretty good, so I would just release it as unreleased audio later. And then one of the funnest thumbnails I ever made is my version of an emoji, but Jirard. The Completionist is not happy with YouTube. It's kind of like, I love that emoji. I can't remember where I found that emoji, but I added a beard to that emoji and then some hair to that emoji. It's just one of my favorite thumbnails. I love that one. I don't remember that one as much as talking about worthless piece of shit YouTubers like Jirard the Completionist is not fun, because in that one, the title was pretty accurate. I was tired of talking about people like the Completionist. And years later, I would find myself incredibly fatigued about talking about all these YouTubers, even though I would have all these people coming by wanting me to talk about a lot of these worthless pieces of shit YouTubers. Not all of them. Not all of them are worthless pieces of shit, but more often than not, people would be like, hey, Boogie's done something. Talk about Boogie. Hey. Beat 'em Ups has done something. Talk about Beat 'em Ups. And then I would just roll my eyes going like, it's not interesting to me. Because I find interest in things that surprise me mostly. And the fact that Jirard the Completionist has now been, he is being seen as a piece of shit on a gigantic scale, it doesn't surprise me. I might have an actual upload talking about what happened with Jirard in great detail. I'm not educated on it. I don't follow Jirard. For any of you that think that I follow every single thing that YouTubers do or ever did, I never did. Mostly it was people coming to me saying like, hey, can you look into this for me? I want to hear your thoughts on this YouTuber or that YouTuber. And I obliged because I'm a nice guy. And I thought, well, maybe it might be helpful to the YouTube community for me to actually, give my thoughts, my educated guesses, and honestly, my common sense on this platform. But more often than not, even though I thought 95% of the time, no one's right 100% of the time. Even though I was right 95% of the time in all these cases, I didn't really get the appreciation or the respect that I think I deserved in those instances. I was more like, well, I'll get into this after I go through some of these comments here. Or maybe I won't, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I had a Totino's pizza. And it's been a while since I talked about Jirard the Completionist, but here we are. I might go get me another Totino's pizza after I record this. I see this in the background here. If you're wondering what is in the background, I come home from work and I notice that there's hundreds of comments. It felt like hundreds that have been left on some of my Completionist uploads. And I was wondering what the hell is going on, right? Well, Let's see if we can learn about what's going on together. And if we do learn about what's going on together, see, this is interactive here. You're learning along with me. Then I might have a follow-up upload. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not doing too much tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow. Not promising. Or maybe next week. I don't know. There's really no time frame because I'm a busy guy these days anyways. But maybe we'll revisit Jirard. Welp. Karma hitting hard today. Well. Murray NJ08. I remember like Murray NJ08. The name is familiar. But is that like a sock account for Murray NJ08 Cupcake? See, one reason I actually have my comments limited so I can kind of check out the people. In this case, I proved everybody, but is because I had a big problem with sock accounts years back and everything. Nowadays, not so much, but yeah, there's tons of sock accounts here, and I just don't like sock accounts here. I don't like trolls in the comment section. I like this to be a community where I can talk with actually intelligent people and regulars. So that's one thing I did. But it sucks when you get like hundreds of comments because you have to go through them and go, okay, and everything like that. I wish there was like a way I could actually have a middle ground or something like that, other than just giving instant approval to people or to not. What I need is to hire a staff, No, I'm just kidding. Well, I know some YouTubers do that. They hire people to actually go through all their comments, but what would I pay them? I would pay them into Tina's Pizzas is where I would pay them in. All right, where's the scroll button? Where's my scroll button? There we go. Scroll's not working too good today. Okay, slow scroll? Yeah, we're going to go to slow scroll. Interesting YouTube suggestion, all right? So apparently people have been searching for Jirard on YouTube, and that's popped up. Or it's been suggested by YouTube, or YouTube is suggesting this to people. I don't know how it's working. I mean, YouTube is suggesting it, but I think it's because a lot of people are searching for what's going on with Jirard because they're curious. Just like I'm curious. And now it comes out he's been taking more donations than old games, looking like a charity fraud. Jirard's pathetic. Oh, so there we go. That's what it is. Charity fraud. I would say one of the worst kinds of fraud there is. Damn, charity fraud, really? Wow. Well, this video will come back to play with the recent news and man told the future. Yeah, so I'm kind of like The Simpsons, right? The Simpsons could tell the future. But with me, it's more like, not really that I'm psychic or a fortune teller, but I'm a great judge of character. And from everything that I learned about Jirard years ago, I'm like, that guy's a giant piece of shit. Age like wine, he was always correct. Well, not always correct. Like, no one's 100% correct all the time and everything. I mean, no one's always correct. But when it comes to certain people, yeah, I'm kind of correct. Some certain people. But again, like, I won't say that I'm 100% correct all the time. I'm not 100% correct. No one's 100% correct because no one's perfect. And he turned out to be a scammer. You were right all along about him being a piece of shit. Well, looks like this video needs a sequel. I might. Just depends on how long it would take me. After today, this video is like a prophecy. You know, what's a good movie is The Prophecy. The first one. The second one, not so much. But the first Prophecy with Christopher Walken. It's great. I rub salt in your wounds. Your cities. I made them run red with blood. I had to do a rough edit here because I started talking about Christopher Walken and The Prophecy about 4 minutes. I did. Just gushing over how good that first movie was. But it's unrelated to this. What seems to be going on here is he's been accused of charity fraud. Now, I will look into it. No promises about there being an upload. I'll personally look into it and I'll give my thoughts on that if I get around to it. But I will say that it wouldn't shock or surprise me, because when I deem someone a piece of shit, whether it is online, on YouTube, or in real life, if I, Radical Rick, call someone a piece of shit, take that to the bank and cash it. All right?